Hi guys, welcome back to Nixie DIY Crafts. The supplies you'll need to make this project are Mod Podge, glitter, and I'm using two different shades of glitter. I'm using gold and silver that I mix together and I keep in my Dollar Tree container. You're also going to need a paintbrush, tape, and scissors, along with your poster board. Let's get started. Your first step is you're going to take your poster board and you're going to start rolling it up into a cone shape. Cut off the excess and save that piece because we're going to make another tree with that. Now here you're going to continue to pull and tug and make it as tight as you can. Your goal is that the tip of the tree is pinpoint. Here I'm taking just regular tape and holding it in place. These two trees I had made last year using the same method that you're going to see on my video today. The only difference is that the tree that I'm making today, I'm glittering the entire tree. I'm not adding any of that terry cloth to the bottom of the tree. So here I'm just marking the tree. I want this third tree to be smaller than the other two. Last year's tree, what I did was I only glittered the top portion, and on the bottom piece I used the terry cloth from Dollar Tree, the one you use to wash your car, and I embellished it using snowflakes and diamonds also purchased from the Dollar Tree. So now that I've marked my tree, the length of my tree, I'm going to take my scissors and start cutting slits along the bottom, and I'm just tucking them inside. When you tuck in all the pieces, then put your tree flat on the table so you can see if it's angled or if it's standing up straight. So here you see that I'm continuing to cut a little bit more. Now it's completely straight. So I bring in my other two trees just to check the sizing again, make sure that I'm happy with my height. So I did use just regular wrapping tape, and I felt like that wasn't secure enough. So I did bring in this painter's tape just to secure it a little bit better. And you can definitely purchase these cones ready at any craft store, but because I had the supplies in hand, I just decided to create it myself. And look, it takes no time to assemble this cone piece, and it cost me nothing because I already had the materials on hand. Now on to the fun part. So I'm pouring some of my Mod Podge into my glass bowl. I definitely recommend you protect your workspace when working with glitter because we know how that goes. So here I'm taking my brush and I'm just brushing it onto the tree. So I'm starting off with just the top portion of the tree, brushing on the Mod Podge. What I highly recommend is that you use a better brush than I was using. I use one of these Dollar Tree brushes and they're very flimsy. So as I'm brushing on the Mod Podge, I noticed that I left creases all over my tree. So of course when I add the glitter, that's exactly how my tree was starting to dry. It was starting to dry with these textured lines. So here I'm just adding on the glitter using a plastic spoon, and then I continue to brush on more of the Mod Podge. So my recommendation to you when doing this type of DIY is when you're brushing on the glue, add it to the areas without the glitter, but also add it on top of the areas that do have the glitter. That way when it dries, it will look, you won't be able to tell where you had ended previously and where you started the second time. It will just look consistent all the way down. My only recommendation again is using a better paintbrush so you don't have so many of those stroke lines like I did when I was creating mine. So you're just going to continue to repeat these steps. Add your Mod Podge, add your glitter, add Mod Podge, add glitter. And then once you've completely covered your entire tree, you're going to set it aside and wait for it to dry. I left mine out about an hour before I moved on to the next step. Once your tree is completely dry, you're going to add more Mod Podge directly to the glitter to seal the glitter in place. Now I'm doing this directly above my glitter container for all the glitter fallout. Once you have completely covered your tree with the Mod Podge, go ahead and set it aside to fully dry. I left mine aside for about 2 hours and then it was completely dry. I went back and forth if I wanted to add diamonds to the tree because this tree turned out a little more on the gold side than the other 2 trees I had previously made. I decided not to add additional bling to my tree, but it's really up to you what you'd like to do at that point. Just remember when you're done playing with glitter, what you have to do next. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Have a good one. Bye.